what's up?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the program.
The Airtime Podcast is presented by Van Shoes since 1966. 66!
There's nothing fake about it. Have something to believe in and be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Drum roll. Yo, what up? We got Sandbech on the podcast, everybody. The Norwegian guru. He's probably one of the best snowboarders at spinning and grabbing properly. His indies, melons, mutes, tail grabs. Right when you think he's done at the 540, he goes into like a 1260, and then he starts to bone the indie more and more. Have you played the game Amp 2, the best snowboard game ever made? You know the tweak button, the L and R? He is always pressing L and R when he spins with a grab. He's never not poking shit to the fucking max. Ståle looks amazing jumping, but he can do everything. He's probably one of the best park riders to ever ride park, period. Yes, he's incredible at riding street rails and backcountry, etc. But he really excels in the park. The fact that he can just line everything up, doesn't seem to overshoot, undershoot, he's always just landing in the sweet spot. It frustrates me, it truly does. He's been to 3 Olympics, 2010, 2014, and 2018, and he's probably gonna go to the 2020 Olympics as well. Getting a silver medal in 2014, whoa! Must have been frustrating, so close to the gold. Oh, I know that's a touchy subject, but whatever, dude. You killed it. X Games 2 silver medals and 4 bronze medals. Where's the gold? Ståle deserves it. I'm sure he's been screwed a few times in competition, and that probably stings. But you know what, dude? You have an Oakley line coming out, and the whole world wants to spin frontside and look as good as you when you grab indie. Like, screw you. Give me some of those skills. Gimbal God and Ståle have made their own YouTube thing, Ståle Life. Ståle goes around, Gimbal God follows him. We all know what happens. Miracles in the sky, and they all spin close to the lens, and you're wondering what it would be like to just do any trick you want. Well, Ståle can pretty much do any trick he wants, and it must feel incredible. Me, on the other hand, not so much. He kind of invented his own niche in snowboarding. He rides park primarily, contests obviously, but he's just created this YouTube channel so he can do whatever he wants to do on a snowboard and not be pushed into some corner. It allows him a lot of freedom, and for that, I envy you, because that's the best, dude. You got your filmer, you're cruising around, you're doing shit you want to do. Ståle snowboards around the clock. When the season ends and everybody else is like skateboarding, hanging out at the cottage, you know, just laying in a thing of grass, wondering what they're gonna do with their life until winter comes, Ståle's shredding, dude. Yeah, he makes cake, but when you can spin any way and do any trick that you possibly can think of course you're gonna be making some loot, dude. Me, personally, I can't wait for Ståle to be done with contests, buy a helicopter, whatever he wants to do, get out in the backcountry, because his style, trick selection, grabs will look not only amazing on film, but photographers will be so psyched to shoot him in the backcountry. I mean, do your contests for sure, make that cake, do your thing, you do whatever the hell you want. All I'm saying is if Ståle decides to dedicate a full season to filming a video part, it will be a video part to remember. Ståle, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and to everybody for leaving a 5-star review, tagging, subscribing, sharing with their friends. I greatly appreciate it. You know it. Let's get to the show. We have Ståle on the show.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Super good. Just had a healthy lunch. Trying to be healthy right now.
What was your lunch?
Green mustache.
Oh,
Some vegetables I don't even know the name of.
When you said healthy, I thought you were going to be like, yeah, like, you know, a vegetarian burger somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you go to the Green Mustache, that place is all local, organic, and it's expensive. You pay the price. But that thing, dude, like I just said with that tea we're about to have, that's going to make you live like 5 days longer.
Sick. Yeah, I'm trying to live longer.
So you're in Whistler. Why are you here? What are you doing in town?
I'm just on an adventure, dude.
Yes.
I've been here for Oakley Week. First of all, did some catboarding, did some partying. Actually, sprayed some weird champagne guns at Longhorns.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the champagne guns.
I just went full asshole for a little bit there.
That is full asshole. How much money is one of those champagne guns?
I don't know.
Like $1,000.
They just handed it to me. I didn't pay for it, so maybe that's even more asshole. I don't know. Is it more or less asshole?
No, if you are, if you're taking into account that maybe that you were spraying people with, did you spray anybody who didn't want to be sprayed?
I tried not to.
That is the point. If you tried. Because, I'm imagining being at Longhorn, just having some nachos, and then someone spraying me with a champagne gun. I'd probably be pretty bummed.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a few people right now that have some, like, animosity.
They're listening, like,
towards you. That's the guy.
That's the fucking guy.
It was Dolly. Fuck.
Let's hunt him down.
Well, you lost 2 fans, and by doing this podcast, you gained 2 more, so it balanced out.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm just, it's all about balance.
It's all about the yin and yang.
Yep.
So you're at Longhorn, you're spraying people with champagne. That was a good time.
Yep.
You went out partying. Do you like to party? Do you hate to party? Where are you at in your party world right now? Are you like, is Stale partying harder than ever? Is that why you're going to the Green Mustache? Or is Stale like, Stale pretty chill?
No, I would say...
Are you in the middle?
I would say that my party life has slowed down quite a bit the last few years.
Oh, nice.
Not that I don't party or that I ever partied like a crazy amount, but I value sleep and feeling good the next day a bit more than I used to.
I watched like a 10-minute TED Talks on like how important sleep is and how you can't catch up on it once you didn't have it.
Yeah.
And how much damage it does to everything.
Yeah.
You got to get your 8 hours, everybody. Stolly with a heavy plug there. Not only is he inspiring us on the board, he's also inspiring us by his health choices. Such a strong
It's not every day, but I try.
Nicholas Mueller's been on the plug these days with like what to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I like look at the comments and there's so much tension. There's so many people are like, this is bullshit. Like, don't believe in this hippy dippy stuff. And the other people are like, I've done my research. This is going to keep us alive forever. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I've seen. I haven't digested everything, but I've seen it. And I haven't done too much research myself. I kind of just...
You go with what it makes you feel
I try to
good.
eat what I feel is healthy.
Yeah.
And then also sometimes I got to eat what I really like to.
I think we kind of know, you know what I mean?
It's just a mix. It's a balance.
It's the balance. Nobody wants you to eat, McDonald's every day. Because, that'd be the worst ever. But if you're like cruising through, you don't got a lot of time. And for somebody like you, you're busy, you got schedules, you're designing an outdoor line probably with Oakley, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're going to X Games and you're doing the Olympics. You've done 3 of them. You got a schedule. Sometimes you got to slam in the pizza. You know what I mean? Dude, you can't go to the Green Mustache.
Dude. Frozen pizzas are saving my life.
What's your go-to meal before the Olympics? Like, what do you eat before that? I'm imagining everything you do 48 hours up to the Olympics is the most... like, did I drink too much water? Did I drink enough water?
That's when it goes wrong. When you get in that mindset. Like, have I done my very best? That's when you fuck up.
Overthinking.
It's just gotta happen. It all just has to happen. It's only snowboarding, It's like you're dealing with... It's not like cross-country skiing where you have to be in your best shape physically to walk the fast, run the fastest, to ski the fastest for however long it is. Snowboarding is like, it's like dangerous shit, You gotta be, of course you gotta be strong, but you gotta be like mentally there, like and be stoked.
Dude,
because if you're not stoked, you can't send the triple cork that you're not sure if you're gonna land on your head or on your feet unless you like really think it's fun,
When you're doing the tricks that you're doing, you're not going into anything, I'm imagining, with any doubt. You're going in and you're like, I'm gonna do this. I mean, I was watching all your footage before you came here, or not all of it, but like an abundance between the last few days when you said that when you agreed by peer pressure that you would come on the pod. I was like, please come on, dude, back. Like, you're like,
pod life.
Held a knife to your throat. Get your style. It's gonna help me if you're on this
whole Man Boys crew over me.
Yeah, exactly. Dude. But dude, your mental game is off the charts, dude. You've been doing this for such a long time. When was your first time placing in a big contest? Like 2012? Like, you've been at the forefront of, like, contest riding for almost a decade, I would say. And you're still putting out like new... Dude, you have one of the best I was looking at... Indies are maybe yours with spins. Like that trick you have designed to poke the indie better than maybe anybody. Especially when you
my
start...
gas pedal, dude.
You never spin fast and forget to poke. Like your indies are like really poked all the time. It's like right when I think that you can't poke it anymore at 9, you're like, I'm doing a 12 and I'm just going to bend my leg even more. Like, and then Gimbal God's just out there with the fisheye capturing all those moments, dude. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I feel like the mental game and everything is just kind of come naturally, you know? I haven't, like, stressed too much about it. I mean, of course, after I had my knee injury and, like, going into that, it was a bit more, like, mentally frustrating, you know? Because I wasn't feeling great, and it was just, like, I put all this pressure on myself. But other than that, it's kind of just been a natural flow, you know? It's just kind of the pieces have come together because I just been doing it a lot and enjoyed it, you know? When you enjoy it, I think it comes easier too.
I couldn't agree anymore. Have you ever hit like a low point, you know, like contests weren't going that good, didn't have a good film year, maybe a little injury, maybe a breakup, like when and like how did you get out of that?
Yeah, for sure. For me, 2016 was like the hardest year because I've had trouble with my knees for a while, and like I built up all these expectations to myself because it's always been like going better and better every season. And then that one season, it just like shit didn't work out. And it just got like, I just put myself down in this hole, you know, that I wasn't like, it wasn't anyone else putting pressure, it was just myself. And then after my surgery and my knee and all that kind of worked out, when I came back, I kind of like came back with like fresh, what do we say? Fresh
eyes, fresh slate.
Yeah. Just
clean
like
slate.
Yeah, clean slate. It was like I just started over again, you know. There's no pressure, and then since then it's been pretty good. And kind of just bringing on Gimbal God and like starting this new time of my career with like more filming as well as the content. Just too much to focus on that you can't really even focus about stressing out. You just gotta just do everything, you know.
Dude, that's the worst thing you could do is stress out. I've definitely had my fair share of like, you know, the lows, and then the mental game to come out of that when you're having a bad season. It's like, damn, dude. But like you said, then you get past that like low.
Yeah.
And then when you come out, you almost feel like better than ever.
Yeah, you come out with like you're not like there's no pressure anymore. You've been injured.
Yeah. You're
not supposed to do well yet. And then it's just like all of a sudden goes better again.
I got hurt 4 days ago. I overshot a 1080 gap, which is a really classic jump in Whistler, and I like hurt my back. Went got x-rays, thought I had a fracture, didn't have a fracture. Next day felt better. And then like today I feel like incredible. I went riding yesterday, cruised, like yeah. we're all good. But like it was insane how quickly my high was for snowboarding, and then how it just dropped off the face of the earth when I was injured. I was just like, oh, I fell in a hole. I was like, oh no, here's the hole. And I was in it.
Yeah, and like this time of season too, probably.
Yeah, dude. It's like, it's the worst. But then you dig yourself out of that hole 2016.
Yeah, now you're back.
4 days. I'm back for sure. It's 4 days later. This story seems like almost like a joke, and because some people are probably listening to this actually injured.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, fuck you. You didn't even get hurt.
I've had the back thing happened to me in Japan once when I thought I was scared of moving after I fell because I thought something happened.
Did you overshoot?
No, I like hit this tree branch and it put me down in a scorp, and then the tree branch was still stuck on my board, but the tree branch bounced up again, so it kind of like flipped me into like this crazy like the back of my board, like the edge behind my board touched the back of my head. I got like, I was like full yoga, you know?
Full yoga pose.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, the unintentional, immediate full yoga pose is never a good feeling.
And then like the body can take a lot. It's crazy.
It is.
Like I mean, you know right now.
Yeah, dude, the body can, especially like as soon as I hit. It's funny. I wish I treated my body as good as I did like as soon after that injury, I'm like, on the salad. I went to Green Mustache immediately. I went to
Hell
physio.
yeah.
I did all of, I'm doing everything right. I like literally Googled anything that had inflammatory. Didn't have any of it. Ice, cold, spa, hot, cold. I was like, imagine if I did this every day. How good you would feel. You'd be feeling amazing. Do you have a routine that kind of keeps you feeling good? Do you do yoga?
I mean, that's typical, I guess, any human, especially kind of maybe us snowboarders, that we don't necessarily do what we should to take care of our body until you reach the point where you have to.
It's almost unfortunate.
And, yeah, because from you're young, you know that you're supposed to stretch. It's good for you. But you're not gonna
teach that in Norway.
You're not gonna stretch until you're actually hurting, And for me lately, the last few years, like if I don't stretch or like do sort of like I have this routine. It's not necessarily like yoga. It's more like dynamic stretching. It's not too long. It's not too heavy, but it keeps my back like decent.
Is it called foundation by any chance?
I don't know.
Dynamic, yeah. Anyways, my buddy,
I just like have this one weird stretch a little bit.
Maybe after this you can show me your move.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you. It'll be like 15 minutes.
15. I thought you were gonna say like $15 or something. Like
Yeah, you got me this nice tea, so.
Yeah, I got you a nice tea, so we're even. So what was it like growing up in Norway? Norway's like Canada, Norway, States. I would say those are the three places you hang out with the most. Like, what's the main difference that like you notice when you're back in Norway, you're at home, you guys have that amazing holiday, Norway Day or whatever there. It looks like
National Day?
It looks like the funnest day in the world.
Yeah.
What's up with that place? How is it? What's it like?
I mean, it's a great place. I think it's one of the best places to live. I mean, I grew up there, but like everything just works, healthcare, everything, like it's all just dialed. There's no like worries when you're there. And it's nice. All my friends, I grew up in the city, so I grew up in like a tiny hill.
Like outside of Oslo?
Yeah, right. Like 30 minutes outside of Oslo. I rode this. It's a T-bar, and you can ride on both sides of the T-bar. One side is kind of dedicated to alpine skiing, the other one for snowboarding, and you could call it jumps. I mean, maybe now it's better. But back then, it was like sometimes the jumps were good. Sometimes we had to build them ourselves. Sometimes the rails were ran over by the cat. Sometimes they were a hole.
You are saying my childhood to a T.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat we had the one groomer.
Yeah.
He would, have a few drinks.
Yeah.
Definitely would forget that the rainbow rail was behind him. The next day we would like do a gap lip slide and be like, whoa, that wavy weird bump at the top wasn't there yesterday.
There's a hole in this thing. No, so that was, I think honestly for us, that was a good thing. It kind of taught us to enjoy any conditions and get creative, because we had to like build a jump ourselves or like ride up this tree or like just
you didn't
snowboard
have
on the shovel,
part.
There's like anything you could find, and then that little hill, if you ever see it, you'll be like, what, how because like from this hill you have Alec is from there, Lance from there, Mikkel Bang used to ride there. He was a part of the snowboard club there. Andreas Wig used to ride there. Danny Larson, Eric Botner, and like many more.
Heavy lineup.
Are coming from this little tiny hill.
There's a lot of people from small ass pathetic hills. It's incredible.
And I think it's like you get to ride every day because it's night riding, short laps. And whenever you get to ride a perfect park, you're like, holy shit, I can do anything here.
Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, what the hell? It's
nobody backed up into the rainbow rail.
There's not even a bump on the takeoff.
And I don't have to get out and shovel.
Yeah.
We used to get to our park an hour early every day.
Yeah.
And we would, because the grooming was so bad, and we would get all the shovels out and all the rakes. And I mean, if we didn't put the work in, the park would suck for the day.
Yeah.
Or we put the work in and the park would be good. And like we brought rails, like me and my friend Jake Kuzik would build a rail at his place. and then bring it to the park.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to have that feature on the park, and
Yeah,
we knew
yeah,
they
yeah.
would never bring anything new. So we were like, well, we got to make it happen ourselves. I love that you had such a similar upbringing, and then like we had Mick Morris on the podcast not too long ago, and he's from a similar super small hill.
Yeah.
And I definitely never achieved greatness like you two, you know. Out
Yeah,
there
you
with my
did.
No,
Come on.
no. I'm just saying that if only, you know, I would have grew up in like Norway. I think I would have excelled there.
Viking blood, dude.
Viking blood. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Dude, the party. What's Norway Day like, dude? Everybody wants to know. That looks like the best party on the planet. Should everybody from the podcast go and link up for Norway Day?
100%.
But are you guys accepting of like, you know, Canadians coming out
Yeah.
and
I
celebrating?
mean, we always try to bring friends out. Last year we had half of the Monster team out there. It's a blur, though.
What's the primary choice of drink there? Is it beers flowing, or is everybody drinking vodka sodas? What do you guys drink out there?
No, so it's like, it's normal to start off with a champagne breakfast.
Do you guys do the orange juice, or it's just the champagne?
You can do the orange juice and the champagne. You can start with vodka Monster. You can start with a beer. It's up to you. But it's like called champagne breakfast, and maybe you start around 8 o'clock. It's early morning, dude. And we've been doing it at my place the last few years. And people bring like food. Some bring eggs. Some bring whatever. Blah blah blah. So you have this big feast for breakfast. Drink as much as you can. You like sable the champagne. You know, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you guys all dress really nice too. It's like suits and tie. Like nobody's like
Yeah.
a slob that day, eh?
No, you gotta dress up. And if you have a national costume, which is called the traditional one, you wear that.
Nice. Do you have one of those?
I have. So it's like, it's based on the district you're from or your parents, whichever you have, you know. So they'll look a little different. But I actually made my own. It's like a fantasy one. It's like RK1.
Damn, that's your crew.
So me and my mom, we sewed it together.
That's epic.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
actually-
dope.
You can sew?
A little bit.
You and your mom sewed something together.
Yeah, she's really good. I can sew a little bit.
That's an adorable little thing that you had with your mom. That must have
Yeah.
been a nice little moment.
Yeah, but I was like, the day before, I was like, Mom, we need to make this now.
And as moms do, they pull through.
Yeah, she's the best, dude.
Did you grow up, like, what was your upbringing like in Norway? Like, where did you grow up? Like, were you in a city? Were you in a townhouse? Like, what was growing up for Stale in Norway?
Yeah, so we're outside the city, and it's like houses, and there's like fields, there's like some farms, but it's like pretty like a lot of people live there. It's a whatever. Anyways,
No.
I grew up in a house. I don't know what you call it in English. It's like connected.
Side by side?
Yeah, like connected houses.
yeah.
It's maybe like 10 houses connected, and then like 10 this way, 10
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way, and then I grew up in this one row, and then there's like a little grass field. On the other side, I can look into their window from my living room, is where Olav grew up. He
No
was
way.
filming RK1.
Yeah, I remember him. You guys had him out to Colorado a bunch in the early days.
Yeah.
Super good jibber.
Yeah, so I can like look into his brother's bedroom and see if he's up, you know.
Yes.
And then a couple houses next to him is where Alec grew up.
Wow.
So we're always in this like, you can
Trifecta.
if you can throw a baseball pretty far, you can hit. We could
can
hit
hit
each
Alec.
other's houses, but we don't play baseball, so we couldn't do that. We could kick a soccer ball. That's what we did, you know.
That's amazing. And did you guys grow up like what was your go-to thing? Did you guys, you know, were you guys friends since like the age of like 7? Were you guys
Yeah.
playing like soccer together growing up, and then it just transitioned into snowboarding because you guys got snow? Or how did snowboarding
we
get
were friends
incorporated
since
into growing up there?
since I can remember, dude. It's been like my Olav's sister and my sister, they're older than us, and they're best friends too. So like since I can remember, I know those guys, and we just did whatever kids did, you know, ran around, hide and seek, fucking wrestled on the grass,
Yes.
played soccer,
Who was
biked
stronger
around.
between you and Alec?
I was always the smallest. I was the weakest for sure.
Paying your dues.
Alex 2 years older. Olav is 1 year older. Olav is a big dude.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say. he
I
seems
don't
like-
fuck with those guys, dude. We just did whatever kids did, you know. We started skateboarding kind of early. And just like, if we were sitting on our skateboards down the hill, or if we were skating out the skate park.
Just fucking around.
We're just fucking around. I think me and Alec were more into snowboarding and skateboarding early. Ola was like, he had his own crew a little bit on the side, and he like enjoyed playing Jackass.
Like the movie stunts?
Yeah,
and
he
stuff?
would go out and play Jackass. Like him and his friends, they would be like, yeah, we're gonna go do stunts.
Did you partake in the stunts?
No, I was like, dude, I'd like to land my stunts, dude. He would like jump off of trees and like break his ankle, and he would be so proud because he had his own crutches with a little bell on it.
Yes, he had crutches with a bell on it.
Yeah.
He was hyped.
And then me and Alec were like out skating, and I don't know if Alec's gonna like this, but Alec was rollerblading in the beginning.
Oh shit, dude. So was Bittner, dude.
Boom.
But sometimes you just don't
Drop.
know. You're a kid.
Yeah, and then he started skating, and he got so goddamn good. And after he got really good, I kind of stopped skating. I would skate, but I would just come to the skate park and just watch him. I'd be like, holy
He's
shit.
incredible at skating.
I don't want to
still.
skate when he's that good. I'm like, I can't do a kickflip properly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude. Well,
And now he's out there like filming skate parts and stuff.
he's incredible. Like, that's an incredible group to grow up with. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like that trio is exceptionally good at snowboarding. But Alec, dude, like he's the dude. When
Yeah.
I was always surprised when he didn't like keep going with the Burton thing. Like I always thought that was crazy. Burton didn't keep like he's so
Yeah.
like skating, snowboarding. He's like, you know, not to compare you two, but you two obviously fed off each other since you guys were kids, and you guys have inspired each other, and you guys are just, you know, he's in his own way just as incredible. You know, whenever I watch him strap into a snowboard, I'm always just like, what can't you do?
Dude, I shit you not. Alec is possibly the best snowboarder on the planet. He's done every trick in the book. He'll do it one time and then he just won't do it again.
Yes.
But if he wanted to, he could have won every single contest if he had the mindset of a competitor snowboarder, you know. He's won a few, he's done well, but he could have for sure won every single contest.
I love that plug. That was dope. Because
Yeah.
I remember him coming up to COC when I originally met you probably like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah, we were both here together, yeah.
And he was like, you guys are both incredible, but I was hiking the rails with him, and I was just like, couldn't believe how he was, how do I explain it? Almost like a LeWiff, but with European style, but everything
Yeah.
was just dialed, you know what I mean? When he did a front 180 switch 5.0, there was no tap. It was pressed. And then, like, nobody really had that Stee back then. That was, like, kind of the confusing era style.
Yeah.
People were just getting into, like
Like
locking
wide
their
stance,
tricks. Yeah, exactly.
slim stance, directional, duck. It was like right in the middle of everything.
Exactly. A bandana on. Yeah, he was,
Rag.
yeah. But this podcast isn't about Alec, dude. I'll get him on another time. But
Yeah,
that was
get
a
him
sick
on
plug.
for sure.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And what's he been up to these days? I mean, he's still bored. I know he's still sponsored and he's crushing it. Every time he posts on Instagram, everyone is just like, wow, way to go. Yeah, you're the best.
I
still.
think I saw he just came second at Skulf
Oh, nice.
in the hood.
That shows.
So he's back on the podium.
There we go.
Maybe X Games Norway, dude. We'll see.
Why not? That'd be sick.
Yeah,
You guys
invite
should
him.
team up. They should do, like, back in the day, they had that team challenge thing, dude. You and him should do a team challenge. It'd be pretty unbeatable combo.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So you're in Whistler right now. You've been filming with Gimbal God.
Yeah.
Clearly just, you know, stacking the best footage ever because Gimbal God is...
Yeah, we kind of
he's a
left it
god
at
at filming.
Longhorns.
Is there
Last time when we talked about it like 10 minutes ago.
Did Gimbal God have to film when you guys were at Longhorn, or did he partake in just the partying? Does he have to film you? Does he get a break?
Dude, it was like...
Are you like, you're
I
getting
think it was
paid
like
right
Valentine's Day, so he brought his girlfriend out. We didn't see him for a day.
now? Ooh. Dude, he couldn't film you fisheye all day, you know? He needed to
Film
to
someone
get
else.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's not GoProing that stuff.
Oh, Black Magic, dude.
So where are you headed to after this? You're in Whistler right now, and then where are you going?
Well, I'm heading to US Open tomorrow. So driving down to Vancouver tonight.
And that's practice then tomorrow?
No, Monday, I guess. So we go there, get our shit dialed. Maybe, maybe not. Drink some water because it's high altitude. And
Very.
then get going, you know?
Is U.S. Open one of your favorite contests to be at? Do you love the U.S. Open? Are you like, it's not my favorite? Where would you put U.S. Open on a scale from Olympics, X Games, U.S. Open? Would it be first, second, or third?
I mean,
They're all different, I guess.
they're all different. No, for sure they're different because like Olympics is just like way beyond like full like
It's like gladiator
nation.
shit.
Like I remember in Sochi, we had opening ceremony the day before finals, so we didn't go. So I went to Mark and we watched it in the Canadian house, and I got kicked out. I wasn't allowed to be in there in the
What?
Canadian building because I was
Canada
Norwegian.
Canada kicked you out.
It's like a spy. Not Canada snowboarding, but like the whole. Because you have like building blocks, you know. Like I got kicked out. Thought I was a
You're trying to hang out
spy.
with your homie?
I was just watching
Dude.
TV.
Yo,
kicked
more
out.
Olympic stories. What's that like, dude? What's the security? We can go back to the U.S. Open in a second. The Olympics is crazy, dude. Is it
Yeah.
like security everywhere? What's it like?
Oh, it's like airport. You enter airport when you go into the village.
It's like lockdown.
Yeah.
Are the vibes sick or is everybody just stressing?
I mean, depends what crew you're hanging out with. Our vibes are pretty good. We're like chill at the room. When we're bored, we go to the food court, eat whatever you want.
Team Norway.
Maybe go. I mean, that's like the snowboarders in general. Like, but maybe we're not allowed in each other's buildings, but we can meet in the food court. You know,
Do you get to
eat
like?
brownies. There's McDonald's if you want
Were you
that.
single when you went to all the Olympics?
I've been single my whole life, dude.
So did you meet any like what if you met like a cute girl and and you're at like you were at Russia
Yeah.
and like there was a cute Russian girl? Would you have the opportunity to? Is there like an end party where all of you guys go and like
It's different every year because Sochi, we were first out. So we like pretty much, we did the contest and left a couple of days after it started.
Did you get like a good dinner or anything?
Yeah. I mean, there was a party there. I mean, we medaled that year. So it was like, for sure, sent
You
it for a
got
few days.
second, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's a big ass medal to get. Were you hoping for the gold?
Of course.
Who do you think should have won
Why the
that?
hell would I not hope for
Okay,
the
who do
gold?
you think should have won that one? Because that one to
I'm
me,
not going to say that.
that's the most controversial judge. Everybody has their stance on that Olympics and like whether Sage should have won, whether you should have won, whether Mark should have won. It's
Yeah.
like I love it.
But I got a medal. I'm fucking pumped, dude. I could have fallen and not had it. Now I have an Olympic medal. I can show my kids or show like chicks. But, yo, what's up? Look at that.
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
dude. Whatever they're into. Man.
No, that was big for sure. Everything just worked out. I think
That one was so close.
it was close.
The first,
I
second,
mean,
and
of
third.
course, I wish I had the gold because the gold is better than silver. But
Yeah.
then again, I didn't have to do all the interviews. I could chill.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I thought
also-
when it was over, I thought you were gonna win that one. I could imagine being in that contest and being frustrated. Because when I used to do contests, I was frustrated, man. I did a contest once at Mount Seymour, and this guy, huge hissy fit. His name was John Versteege. Shout outs. He fell on one of his runs. He came out to me. He was all pissed. He drove down from Whistler all the way to Mount Seymour. He's like, I fell on my run. Fucking pissed. I'm out of here. Walks to the truck to boot up to head home because he didn't land his run. And then, boom, they announced the finals. Guess who's not in? Me. Guess who's in? John. I was like,
And he
that's when I
fell.
was like, did they miss the runs? And then at that point, I realized, well, I couldn't spin enough to win contest, and I was out. You know what I mean? That was my tap. That was my final straw.
Judging is frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. You just gotta deal with it. We're not timed. It's people's opinions, and dude, nobody has the memory to like notice every single thing and remember it. I mean, of course, in the finals, it's maybe easier. Qualifiers must be so hard to judge.
I mean, it must be crazy being a guy. Okay, so you go switchback 16, and judges always know you do it with, let's say, stale.
Yeah.
And they always see that, and so you're like, I'm going to switch it up to indie,
Yeah.
which is a big thing for you, because switching up a grab is actually like, changes your rotation
Yeah.
and everything. And for you, you literally put a new thing on the map down in your run, and if they don't notice that, then
Yeah.
they're like, whatever. And you're like, what? That's like a crazy new thing for me. And all the riders are like, oh no, he switched it up to slob instead of like his regular boring melon, and it's so much
Yeah.
better. And then nobody notices. You're like, damn it.
Depends on the contest. I feel like they got jumps pretty dialed, but not necessarily like. I mean, a lot of the judges are old school, you know, which is dope. But new rail tricks are so new and weird, and like, what's more technical? I feel like they don't always get that. I don't even always get that, you know?
I always think that if you do a pretzel or do a switch to switch landing, like switch back lip, switch front board to switch nose slide to switch, or any sort of pretzel, that is valued way more than a 270.
Can we have you? You should be a rail judge.
I'm going to be a judge, dude. I'm going to the Frontline Rail Jam. I'm going to judge that. I'm going to boost my street cred, and then before you know it, I'm going to be judging at X Games and stuff.
Come on.
It's gonna
come
happen,
party.
Dude. Yeah, I like to party.
You can judge it, and then you can go party afterwards. Especially SLS, judge one rail.
Do you mainly want me to be the judge or the partier? Because
I like both.
Yeah, yin and yang, like we were talking about.
I think you'd be a great rail judge.
I would be.
And a great addition to the after party.
Yes, you heard it here on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be a judge.
Yep.
I just got to film I'm trying to film my perfect video part still, you know? I want that one part where it all comes together and it's like 5 minutes long. And dude,
I want to see that. I mean, I've seen a lot of perfect parts from you.
No, there's been none for sure. And I can say that honestly. I feel like you know your ability, and I would say even someone like yourself, you've never fully went through a full year and did everything that you're capable of. You know what I mean? You've had some really good years where you're like, you know, like you said, every year you were getting better and better. But I mean, I've had a lot of those like fucks. And it's always with stupid things, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be the middle of the year and I'll have like bruised my heel. Yeah. And it's something to take me out for 6 weeks. And I've had a lot of those throughout the course of my life.
And then it's like the 6 best weeks.
Or like you said, when you first came into to my little suite here, you're like, you know, people get trapped in Whistler. And if anyone's listening to this and they're trying to like make it, like take some notes from someone like Stale. Once you are able to get a little bit of a budget and go somewhere, go that place. Like get out of your little neighborhood and like go to Europe, go to Mammoth, go to Bear, go film parts in other places.
You show your face a little bit. It's all over the place.
Every time I ever go to one of those events, I'm like, the snowboard community is actually pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to be a part of it. I don't think that there's not that many dudes that you go to a party and you're like bummed to see.
Yeah.
Like the last party I went to, Chaz Goldman was there, Chuck G. I was psyched.
I love him,
Chuck
dude.
G's the
I love him.
Dude.
We should go to Encinitas and go like work out with him. He has like a full workout. I've seen.
He's
like
him.
a personal trainer.
Yeah, I've seen Zach Hale at his gym working out and
him
stuff.
And Sage.
Yeah, Sage going there.
And you see how good they're right now? Rider of the Year, triple award.
Dude.
By the way, shout out Sage and Zach Hale. Lately killing it.
Yes. And then now, dude, his new shaved head style, his backward pretzel he filmed on that kink. Like, insane. I was like, oh, this is the best version of you ever.
I've heard rumors he killed it at Real Street this year, too.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to see that.
Yeah, me too. There's going to be a lot of good footage from all the dudes. I wish they would incorporate, you know, there's a few, like, more stylish, trick selective kind of guys that I wish they would incorporate. Dude, that's why I got to be the judge. Because once I get into that little circle, I can restructure snowboarding from the inside out. That's what I'm doing with this podcast. Who was your favorite guy growing up? Norwegian, border, other than Alec? Who was your dude?
My favorite, Mikkel Bang.
Oh, yes.
He was like, I saw him at my local hill once. I went up to him. I was like, yo. Not like that. I was like, yo. Bam. I was like, yo, you know my brother. Because my brother was making snowboard movies and he was a part of that. So I was like, and he was like, oh, who? Frodo. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, can I take the lift with you? And then I probably just like bombed him with questions the whole lift up.
Yeah, your brother must have been really inspiring for you, I mean, growing up.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me a snowboard for Christmas. I mean, he got me into snowboarding.
He's much older, correct?
Yeah, 16 years.
Yeah.
So he's more of this like superhero person. He's not a brother. I never argue with him. Well, now maybe I do, but like then it was like whatever he says is right. That's what's coolest in the world, you know? He'll be like, oh, listen to Eminem and break dance. I was like, okay. I was like 6 years old rapping Eminem, couldn't even speak English. Doing head spins on the floor at the Christmas dinner.
Yes. What was your favorite Slim Shady song?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, all of them. I didn't even know what the shit meant back then. I just like
I love that for
Played
me. I
along.
actually knew what it meant, but you literally wouldn't have known what it meant. You were just 6 years old, and you're like, my OG bro, Frode says this is sick. All right.
Yeah.
Was he a board? He was a boarder before the lens master, right?
Yeah, he was on like Airwalk and stuff. We have an Airwalk board in the basement with his name on it.
No way.
I don't know if it was sold or if it was like special made for him, but it is one
Yeah.
or two or three. I don't know.
Oh,
I guess he hit his head a few times, and then he kind of got into photography and filming, and
that worked out well for him.
yeah. And then he's helped me all along, you know, from like giving me a snowboard. First day snowboarding, he took me and my sister. We were just hiking this little hill from the cafeteria and the resort and down. Like, it was close, the resort. And just hiked up, tried to snowboard, and then we're done. Andreas Wiig shows up, and they're filming.
Mellow.
And I can remember this because it's one of his old parts in those Norwegian movies. He does a gap backflip on a kink rail that's homemade, the kink rail. And that was the day my first snowboarding, you know.
Wow.
Pretty cool day.
That's a super cool day.
Yeah. And then I kept snowboarding by myself that Christmas. Brother comes back one day to see what's up. I'm like, yo. This is weird. I don't know if it's weird, but I'm going to say it anyways. I'm like, yo, bro, look at this. I tried to go 1 foot off a jump, like a tiny jump. Land high back up my ass, dude.
That's not weird, dude. That should happen.
It's like
when you
8
go
years
1
old.
foot. Was that the last time you went 1-footed, or you're?
Yeah, fuck that. When I see people go 1 foot in the back of it, I'm like, dude, you guys are crazy. That thing can get up your ass.
Yeah. You learn a valuable lesson at a very young age.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was actually thinking about a high back, like penetrating.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
It's not good.
Yeah, not a good. It's happened before. Have you ever had the thumb go in between the high back and the boot?
No.
Oh, dude, it happened to me this year.
When you
and
land,
like 3
or
years
you
ago.
grab.
Yeah, I tried to do like a front three tie pan, or like one of those in between the legs.
Yeah.
And my thumb somehow, for whatever reason, got stuck in between my high back and my boot.
In the air.
Right in the air. And just for a second. And trying to get out of that when you panic. Oh my God, dude. I didn't break my thumb, but it was the most painful of painful things.
So maybe we need to start putting our pants over the high back again.
No,
Safety.
well, you could make. Have you ever seen? Did you ever do the single
One
high back out, one high back tucked?
Oh. Technical.
Yeah, I did that for a while. I saw this guy named Jonas Machilo. He's like a Minnesota guy. I used to ride for a company called Mission 6.
Yeah.
And he rode for them, and he did that. And I was like, damn, I'm going to bite that stee.
But you went opposite.
Yeah, I tried to like add my own flavor on it.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Sick.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
Maybe you got to bring it back, especially on the taipan side.
Dude, I saw you do one not the other day, but maybe like in 2016.
Cab 9 or back 10? I don't remember. Maybe it was
The one I
Cab
was
9.
is definitely Cab 9.
It was in the
Park jump in
spring.
Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the spring, and it's so
It's the only time I've done it.
Oh,
One time. It's the
boom.
only time I've done it.
Dude, after watching your footage, you've definitely done the Alec like one and done. You know, like what's your nemesis for spinning?
My best one used to be backside by far. And then goddamn 2016 came along, and like something fucked up my takeoff. So like my triple backside takeoff just got, I don't know, something is like wrong every time I try to do it. And since then I've been like, fuck backside, dude. I've been spinning more frontside. So I'm almost more comfortable frontside now.
Is it crazy to say I think the same thing with a back 9?
God damn it, dude. I know
Back
what's
16.
wrong too, but I can't fix it. Maybe US Open, gotta get the 14 back, dude. Just
Dude,
like it used to be so easy.
Dude, like you said, go into it full confidence. You got anything
Yeah.
you put your mind to, dude.
Dude,
And like I said, dude,
That's
this
been
tea that you're
frustrating.
about to drink,
yeah, the tee.
dude. When you win the
Namaste.
U.S. Open
I'm gonna
right
get
now,
that.
it's the tea.
Yeah?
I'm claiming you're winning. My
Okay.
vote's on you. Take home the gold, and then you're going to X Games.
If I win, I'm getting a sled and I'm gonna come out with you next year.
Yeah, I'll kick my girlfriend out. You can live in here.
Sick.
You
Bunk bed?
You didn't want to do bunk beds, but we could do bunk beds. Or I didn't want to do bunk beds,
Yeah.
but we can.
Water bed.
bunk bed, water bed.
Sick.
Slosh, dude. Those things are so annoying.
Surfy.
My parents had one of those growing up. I remember laying it and being like, even as like a baby, I was like, something's wrong.
It's the sickest and dumbest thing ever invented.
Everyone got one, and then everyone who had a waterbed has a bad back right now.
Yeah.
If you had a waterbed, you're listening to this right now, and you're like, fuck, he's right. I do have a bad back. Fuck. I'm going to need to hit up Stale for all those stretches that he can do.
Dude, I've been sleeping on the floor the last few days.
No way, Japanese styles.
Yeah.
Why, Mark? You're staying at Mark McMorris's. He doesn't have an extra bed? What the hell's wrong with this
but
guy?
I stayed at the hotel with Oakley, moved out, moved into Jamie's apartment, me and Austin, and then for one night, and then Tyler's coming back. He's injured, and his mom's coming too to hang out. So she moves in. We have to move out quickly, right after sledding, which is fine. Like I get it. It's easy. And then like, oh, Craig, what's up? And like we move into Craig's place, me, Spencer, and Austin. And it was like, there were beds, but I was like so tired that day. I just like kind of passed out on the floor on like this tiny mattress. And I woke up the next day. I was like, oh, it's pretty nice for my back.
So you did it again?
Yeah, I just Netflixed on the big TV and just passed out again. And again today, last night. 3 nights.
How do you like Mark's new place?
Fucking sick. It's just up the
it's
street
pretty
here.
nice.
So sick.
Dude, yeah.
There's like
he's
a
done
million windows in the living room.
There's a million windows.
I'd love to live like that, dude.
Well, I mean, what's your place like in Norway?
I have an apartment.
Yeah.
Or like
And you're
condo
single.
or whatever you call it. It's like 4th and 5th floor.
Ooh, nice.
And
Do you like it does it feel like home, or are you never there? So when you're there, you're just like, what the fuck is this place?
yeah, I'm never there. I'm like, oh.
I could just imagine you getting home and there just being like boxes everywhere. And then like that thing that you thought you were going to eat you're like, oh yeah, I forgot to throw that out. Like I haven't been home in like 7 months.
yeah, I ship all my boxes to my parents' place. Like,
Does anybody come and like dust the place?
I have 2 roommates,
Oh, nice.
but one of them is Torgeir Bergum, and he's never there either. So
Yeah, he's a good shred too.
yeah, so there's the last homie. He just basically lives by himself, so he's stoked.
Nice. Is he a dope?
But he's moving out now, so
harsh, dude.
you can move in Norway.
Dude, there we go.
There we go. One bunk here, one bunk there.
Are both of those guys part of the RK1 crew or no?
Torgeir is.
The other guy's hasn't paid his dues. And he's leaving, dude.
Ivan used to be a pretty good snowboarder. He was actually a mascot for Arctic Challenge in Trysil, which was probably like 2006 or something.
Sick. That's nice.
But now he's
That's a good
he'll
year. Like Trevor
snowboard,
Andrew
but
probably is
he's
gonna
not.
be there.
That's not his gig anymore.
Yeah, he's got other focuses. What does
Yeah.
that guy do? Is he a plumber?
He works. He like what is it called when new cars come on the big boats from Germany, like Audis and stuff. He's the one that like kind of makes them ready to drive for people that buy them.
So when they get here, they're not ready. So he like puts tires on, puts the engine
Like he'll
in.
like go into the
Puts
computer
gasoline
and
in.
kind of like open the system. I don't know. He does
big stuff.
he does something.
He sounds
and-
like a criminal.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
yeah. No, he's a good dude.
No,
But
that's
maybe I don't know. Maybe his Airbnb's out my room when I'm gone.
So what do you got planned for the rest of the winter after those 2 events? You got a huge one. You got U.S. Open, and then you got X Games. I know you've won 3 bronzes and 2 silvers at X now.
Yeah.
So do you want the gold? Obviously.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's okay. So you're taking home the gold, and have
That's
you ever
like-
won the U.S. Open?
No, I got in second.
You won Aaron style one year.
Aaron style, yeah.
Yeah.
I have done, not to brag, but I have done like podiums in most of the contests. But I yet have to got the gold in a lot of them. I've been
And-
like silver boy kind of.
And that stings. That stings
Goddamn,
your
Mark
ego.
Moore's too good.
Because you know you're a gold boy, dude. Oakley knows you are.
Yeah,
You're
put
getting,
some,
you're getting a pro model line.
Yeah, dude.
What's it called?
I don't know, stale collection,
Stale collection.
but fresh.
Sick. Are you going to have a lot of say in this new gear?
No, I was a big part of it. I
That's
went
dope.
to Milan 3 times.
To party or to like,
To party, yeah. No, I went there to like design, like first in April to like kind of it's so much easier to do it when you're there with everyone. It actually turned out so sick. I'm so happy. Like, everything is super good.
So what are you getting? Pants, jacket?
2 pants, 3 jackets, 1 lifestyle jacket, 1 puffy vest, that weird bunny ears beanies.
Sick, dude.
It's a big collection. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I'm super hyped. It's all like the best shapes and fits I've had in a long time.
Gore-Tex?
Or like ever. It's like this. I think the top line is like this Japanese like
Sympatex.
similar
Is
to
it
Gore-Tex,
Sympatex?
but it's like nice and stretchy.
Yeah, if it's Sympatex, that's the big one
Sick.
in Japan.
It's
And
sick.
that's the same stuff that Billabong
Yeah.
uses. And it's great. Because
Yeah.
I have that, and I have a 10K jacket with that, and it's like super waterproof.
I got to like fully test it, you know, there's tumbling in snow, being out there all day, and it worked out great. I'm pumped.
It's sick.
And
It's
also
dry.
my new boards. Big year for me. I got collection with Rome and Oakley, so
Oh, incredible. Plug it out, dude. This fall, Stolly.
never grow up.
Get his
you know?
whole collection, and then you can look and jump just like him. Probably not the jump. How long do you think that you snowboard? 200 days a year, 250? Because you ride all the time.
Yeah. I snowboard a lot, but I also travel a lot. So you lose a lot of days in a car or a plane.
Do you fly economy or are you big wig? Do you do first class ever?
I've been upgraded. I've had a few times I've gotten a business class from like the start. I've never bought my own business class ticket ever. Because every time I look at it, like, I mean, when you go to a competition, you're like, oh, maybe I should get a business class because I'll be more rested. It's X Games, it's big. But I'm like, I look at a price, I'm like, damn.
How much is the price tag
I could
on
buy a
some of those?
motorcycle
Is it
for
like
the money
$5,000?
that's in between the economy and the business. So I'm like, no way. As long as I can get a window, I'm chilling. But
Have you ever seen like a $5,000 price tag?
yeah,
10?
yeah.
Dear Lord.
It's
That's
crazy.
a lot of money.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
And you've been upgraded before.
can't even-
What's it like up there? I've seen people.
Have you never been upgraded?
I've never been upgraded because I'm not in the you know they look at me and see
It's
what
like-
I've done and I'm not in the upgrade area yet. But seriously, what's it like up there? Do you guys have bed? Is it really
It's
a
like
bed?
smells so.
It smells better.
No,
I mean I've been beside some people that smell pretty bad.
I think you can lay down the chair, you know, and so you can like lay down and you can go sideways. I don't sleep on my back ever, so like that's how I feel comfortable and can fall asleep properly.
Full
But-
stretch on the legs.
Yeah, pretty much. Depends if you're Seba the Buck or Rena Renekangas, if you can stretch your legs though.
Yeah, I mean Sebe's like what 6'8".
Yeah.
He's a giant.
Yeah. So
It's actually impressive.
yeah, I mean, I think it's weird because if you had the business class chair in this living room watching TV, you wouldn't be as stoked. But on the plane, it just like makes life so much better.
It's true. Business class needs to step it up. I want like, you know, if I was going $10,000 ticket, dude, I would want to like, as soon as I get in there, I'd want like, you know, some
Yeah.
popcorn. I'd want a michelada in my hand. I would like pre-order everything I want.
But
know
you
what I
get like, yeah, you get like better food, better
mean? They probably
drinks,
would give you
better.
popcorn. Popcorn's, I love popcorn.
But yeah,
Especially when I'm
hopefully
at a
this
movie.
podcast, somebody on like United Airlines listens and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna upgrade him every single time now.
All I do is get not upgraded, cancel, middle seat. Oh my God, middle seat.
Dude, but
And nobody gives me the 2 arms. They look at me and they go like,
dude,
"Sorry,
that's the
bro."
worst. If you're in the middle, you deserve
The 2 arms.
the 2 arms.
It's like every
Yeah.
plane I get on, every single person in the back has all of their luggage over top of their head and they're in like row 31D. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, we haven't even stopped.
Chill the fuck out.
Chill out. And then there's like the old lady who's sitting in front of me who's like, you know, 89 years old, who looks like she's been alive forever. And everyone doesn't help her. And I'm like, wow, this world is getting insane.
Yeah,
Take a shower before you get on the plane.
please do.
You know, wash your feet, because a lot of people take their shoes off when they get on the plane. And
Yeah,
then
I
it's
do
like,
that.
I'm beside, it's just like, you know, hygiene before you take like a 9-hour flight is like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like
Agreed.
enjoyable for everybody.
But the other thing is really this, this bothers me so much, honestly. The baggage carousel, when you're waiting for your bags.
This is gonna be good.
When people are standing in a circle all the way into the belt, waiting for their bag, and it's not even like you can't even see it. It's like, dude, come on! Like
If everybody took like
2 steps
15
back,
seat back, then when you see your bag, you
walk
enter
in.
the zone.
yeah. Because now I see my bag, but I have nowhere to enter.
Dude, it's insane how many people
Why
have a
don't you
peanut
think
for a
of-
brain.
why are you not thinking?
Peanuts for brains.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because they don't eat anything except for frozen pizzas, and eventually their mind just turns into a peanut.
Yeah.
It must. You know, those
God
are the
damn
same. You know, the same people
Go
that
to
do
the
a lot
green
of things
monkey.
that irritate us.
Green mustache. Sorry.
They need to go to the green mustache.
We're giving Green
People
Mustache some
who do
love
that
here. Next
eat
time,
beans.
hook us up.
Yeah, green mustache. That'd be a sick sponsor. All organic, locally
Yeah.
made, and I'm too lazy.
Podcast presented by.
But the worst thing about those all organic and healthy things is that I always find when I eat one of those sandwiches or have one of those wraps, the first thing that I do is I bite into it and I think, whoa, this is bland and dry. Why can't they just make a nice vegan or whatever the sauce? You know what I mean? I'm not like, just like something that every bite there's
business.
some moisture in it, because I'm chewing it and I'm like, holy, somebody give me
Business
some
idea.
water.
The sauce.
Yeah, I'm a sauce guy.
Just call it the sauce.
Yeah, I'm gonna open a restaurant called the Sauce.
The sauce.
The Sauce. Okay, so you're gonna do these 2 contests. You're gonna win gold. Are you gonna, film some stuff? Are you and Gimbal God gonna go to Alaska and film lines? That's what everybody wants to see. A Gimbal God Stale line in Alaska. Is that gonna happen?
I hope so. I hope so. We got.
Me too.
First of all, we got a pretty special project in Norway right after X Games. Monster project, kind of my brother's invention, or his project.
What's this gonna be? Are you gonna hit like a huge hip?
No, it's a secret still. But Renee is gonna be involved. Haldor, Gimbal God, Frode, a couple other filmers, and that's how much I can tell you right now.
Do you want me to come and like announce it?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah. Some motivation.
I could just be on a mic. You could put like a speaker
Yeah.
in the park.
Maybe you
and
have
I
to
could just
bring
be on a
Ethan
mic.
Morgan and his sound box, and then you can walk with a mic next to him.
I'd be good. Now that I know where like you don't excel, like you'd be going up the jump, and then I'd be like, oh shit, he's gonna spin backside. I'd go for that backside triple. You got this, G. And like right before you go, you'd be like, I'm not gonna do that weird little takeoff that I've been doing lately. Like I'm gonna land this shit.
Yeah,
I could be like your coach on hill.
please, I need it.
Nah, no, you don't. You've done hella good.
Yeah.
The only thing you haven't done is win a gold, and that must sting. Damn.
God damn
It makes you feel better. I don't have any medal. Like if you look around my house, there's nothing gold here.
You have a real nice soap bar in the toilet.
In the
Not
toilet?
in the bathroom. Sorry. Hey,
Like,
language
shit,
barrier
you
here.
should
Come
have
on.
left it down there. But yeah. So no, what is your plan after the monster thing?
Oh, yeah,
I wanna
monster
know,
thing.
Are you gonna film some backcountry
Oakley
stuff?
Week, Mammoth, show up, hang out. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, there's Oakley Week at Mammoth.
Yeah, end of March, and then
What happens if you don't ride for Oakley? Can you attend those things, or do people like throw
Yeah.
stuff at you, or like
come
what
on,
happens?
it's gonna be like a sick mini pipe normally, snake run, good times, bowling party. I don't know.
We had an
Gimbal
Ashbury
God.
day the same day you guys. It was Oakley Week, and we were up riding the Whistler Park, and we had some people who ride for Ashbury together, and we threw your signs into the woods.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We thought we joked around about it, but then we realized that there's more of you guys.
Too many signs.
Well, there's too many Oakley people.
Yeah.
If you look around,
Muscle.
everyone had Oakleys, and I was like, this is
Have you seen how
intimidating.
thick Gimbal God's neck is? You don't want to fuck with him.
I have only seen him a handful of times, and every time I see him, I am intimidated. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to be a boss. After, if you haven't seen this shot, stop what you're doing and go onto Gimbal God's Instagram and watch
Audi
his from
9s.
180 to switch nose press
To
slam
death.
that he does, falling Sebe de Buck.
Yeah.
That is the gnarliest fall I have ever seen a filmer take in my life. Did he die?
Dude, he was like fine.
How was
he
he
like
alive?
he like bruised his back a little, like not like his spine, but like he got this like bubble on his back with blood. It's kind of
Doesn't
weird,
seem chill.
but it was like all
He's
good.
internally bleeding, but he'll be fine.
And most people think that's the crash he tore his ACL because he's been out for a while. He's just getting back now. But he tore his ACL like semi-knuckling a jump in Norway. Like, I was like, oh, you're fine. He's like, oh, I heard him like, you're fine. He's fine. Like, all of a sudden, like, torn ACL, meniscus, MCL, whatever, everything.
And
But then he survived the death.
Does he?
slam.
Do you hire him all year to film you?
I did.
Or something? And
I did the first 2.5 years.
yeah.
I hired him from my own. Like, people were like, oh, he works so much for you, and like people didn't think I paid. I paid him from my own pocket for 2.5 years.
That was a good investment.
To just like kind of show that it worked, and then now he's on Monster and Oakley, and kind of like we do our thing on the side. Sick. Because he likes it, and it's kind of like Monster and Oakley and me.
Dude,
it's a full circle.
Because the original guy, well, not the original, but one of the original guys, his name was Kirk Bereska.
Yeah.
He was like the original follow cam dude. He used to ski, and he would always follow us at like Mammoth back in the day off the jumps. And then Gimbal God, because nobody thought, but there wasn't a lot of people who thought like a snowboarder could do the stable follow as
right?
well.
I remember that.
So there was a lot of skiers doing it. And then when Gimbal God came onto the scene, he just literally let everybody know, like he's gotten some of the best park filming GoPro
He's
shots
fearless
ever
too.
done. Yeah, fearless. That's why his neck's so big, because he's fearless.
Yeah.
Is he?
And you can do the front follows better.
He's a
on
good boarder
snowboard.
too, though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the key.
He's a good. You can't hit
he
80
used to
foot
compete.
jumps and suck.
He used to compete half pipe and slopestyle. Like he was a
half-pipe
snowboarder who became a filmer. And people are asking him and asking like, how can you do those follows? Like, what's people like trying to become a filmer, you know, from the scratch. But to get to gimbal god level, you need to first
Be a good boarder.
become semi-pro snowboarder, then pick up the Gandalf stick,
He's fearless.
and then
dude.
just point that thing at someone and learn to edit, and then you become the gimbal god. You can't just like start off filming and then like expect that you can jump the biggest jumps in the world and be 1.5 meters away from the rider.
Yeah, because I mean, you as the rider flying through the air, and like you guys are hitting huge jumps. You know what I mean? You're hitting like those Sunset Park jumps where you had like that super sick method and stuff like that on. It's like when he's getting that close to you guys, and it's a slushy takeoff too. Not only is he holding the thing and he knows the trick you're going to try, so he's going to film it a certain way. He needs to calculate that he needs to drift a certain amount away from you, that if you screw up your trick, that he's not going to hit you. But a lot of the times in snowboarding, when you're going for like a complicated trick, if you drift and fuck up, he's a 6'8" giant who's flying at you. So I could only imagine if me hitting a park jump, like going, like I said, on struggle on the backside 900s, going into the back nine, gimbal gob's going behind.
Gimbal gobble.
Gimbal gobble fest is behind me, and I'd be like drifting, and I'd be like, oh no, gimbal gob's gonna kill me.
Dude, for real, I'm very into like, okay, Spenny, you know what we're doing now. I'm going that way, you're going this way. And he's like, oh, wait, we're fine. I'm like, I know you're loose as fuck, dude. Okay, listen to me now. I'm going this way, you're going that way. But Torgeir, he'll be like, yeah, okay, drop. Not even a question if he's going to hit him or not. It's like, it'll be fine. But I'm a bit more like calculated. I'm like, gimbal, okay, we go this and that.
Yeah, which I think you should do, because I mean,
we try to go
there's
as close as possible.
a 200-pound guy coming behind you at the same speed is not gonna...
I'll break first.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's going to be the one okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be real annoying for you when you're in the middle of a switchback 12.
Yeah.
Gimbal God comes right into you.
His nose in my teeth.
Oh, no, let's knock on wood. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But no, I really am excited for Gimbal God to take his skills into like POW world, because I feel like
we've been talking about it a lot.
you guys have done a lot of it. I've seen some of the follows you guys have done.
A little bit. Been talking a lot. It's just time. Wish it was like twice the amount of hours in the day and twice the amount of days in the year in the winter. But it's coming. We got a little hooked on the 3 days of sledding we did here in Whistler, and just out there trying to become a man boy.
What keeps you... Okay, how much longer do you want to do this contest thing? And, like, what is the future for you? Do you want to go, like, I want to ride Jeremy Jones lines? Or do you want to be, like...
No, I like to do everything. That's what keeps me stoked. Because if I only did competitions, I would get bored of that. But then, like, I get 2 weeks here, 1 week of Oakley week, and 1 week of backcountry missions. It's kind of like it's balance. Yeah, I start over again. Competition's sick, yeah. And then, of course, for the future, I mean, I'm not gonna compete forever. I still enjoy it, and I still think I can do okay. As long as I think I can make podiums, I'll keep competing, but maybe a little bit more selective of what competitions I do, and maybe focus a bit more on POW. Not too much of a street guy. I like it if it's a lot of snow and there's 6 spots, but like going full technical on the down rail in the street, I'm not that guy right now, and POW is kind of what's the next thing for me. Bigger mountains, jumps, pillows. I don't know how crazy lines I want to do, but I want to like start off with exploring a bit more for sure.
Dude, your snowboarding will be...
And then with gimbal gobble behind me.
Gimbal gobble. I'm so sorry. Please don't beat me up. No, dude, your snowboarding will look so good in those mountains. Like, I mean, you've already filmed I've seen you ride the backcountry before. You're incredible. Obviously, somebody with your amount of skill strapping into a board in the powder isn't going to be like, oh, can I back 7 this? Can I back... Like, you're just going to be able to do it all. And it's going to look amazing out there.
Thank you.
It's like, I can't wait to see you just indie off of a cliff.
Yeah.
Like a big cliff, just indie.
Hell
It's
yeah.
going to look so good, dude.
It's sick. I've tried, like, now I did 3 days. One day we had a bit of a sled trouble. So we lost a couple hours with that.
What was the sled
and
trouble?
a couple
Stuck?
dollars.
Stuck?
Sled just died. Just didn't want to do it.
What
like,
year?
Brand new, Jamie's sled.
Jamie? But you guys put gas in it?
I don't know. I think it was I don't know. I think there's something wrong with the temperature measurement or like the computer. So we'll find out. It's in the shop now. But we had to heli lift it out. I had to go to Squamish and pick it up and then drop it at the shop.
See, that's the one thing about when you start getting into the sled world.
Yeah.
It's fun when you're sledding, but the headache of
out.
it blowing up and hellying things out, and when they break down and stuff, it's like a
Yeah.
whole nother ball game. It's annoying.
3 days is kind of just getting me warmed up, you know? I'm still kind of like, how's that going to be? Like, I'm not used to like jumping off a natural thing, not seeing the landing.
Yeah.
And just like not necessarily knowing the airtime. So it's like, I feel like after 3 days, a little bit more comfortable. If I had like a week, I could start like getting loose and kind of just like go a bit more savage, you know?
Dude, totally. I mean, most of the people who start transitioning from full contest, you know, they have that like, they come here exactly what you're doing right now. And then within a year or two, they're like, okay, I'm not into contests anymore. Not my thing. Inevitably, that will happen.
Yeah.
And then whenever that happens for you in 3 years and 4 years, whenever, you already have such a strong, you have all the fundamentals dialed on like how to build a step down, where to go, how to sled at that point. And then instead of you having those 3 days before you have to go to an event, you have the full winter. And after the first month, those calculations are already so close to being perfected. And then boom, stall leg just stacks. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for.
I got a couple clips, but more I guess more fillers, I would say.
I bet you your fillers are like A+ clips.
But I got more comfortable out there. I'm still a really shitty sledder, but I didn't get stuck.
Dude, you're not a really shitty sledder then.
I got up the mountains. I had
deep.
I had some good guides with me, some good friends to break up trail.
Who were you up there with?
With Mason
Mansion?
Yeah, maybe my new favorite dude on the planet.
Yeah, he's the best guy ever. TP God. Yeah,
Killer
he's
Cal.
the best. So Mace. He's a really good homie of mine.
Yeah. Killer Cal.
Oh, what? Callum
Yeah.
Pettit? Yo.
And he was
shout out.
snowboarding most of the time.
No, Surfy Killer.
And then we had Craig McMorris.
Sick.
So like, those were like the 3 race horses to pave the wave.
Oh yeah, Mace is
And
a
then
really good sledder too.
Yeah, he was jumping around like crazy. I was like, oh, this guy's fucking wild.
He's a really good snowboarder too.
Yeah.
Like not jumping,
Yeah,
but like
snow surfer too.
his surfy snow style. Dude, Callum, same thing. Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, those
Yeah,
guys.
Callum brought skis with ski boots on the back, snow surf, and a snowboard.
Yeah, that's Cal styles. Cal brings everything. Cal just
Sick.
loves being out in the mountains.
Hell yeah, it was sick. And then we had Jamie was a few days, and Elena joined one day, and then me and Gimbal Gobble. Gimbal.
Dude,
I think I've called him
he's
Gimbal Gobble
definitely
before as well.
getting
Yeah.
He's gonna see me and like punch me in the stomach. next
No,
time.
he's nice.
He seems
he's
really
a-
nice.
dude.
I only met him once.
Funny story about him actually is when I hired him, he said like he was like scared of me and Torgeir before. Like we were like scary dudes. I don't know.
I've
maybe
never
we,
really-
maybe it looks scary. Maybe we don't like our resting. Maybe we have resting bitch faces. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
so
the
I would
first
say Torgor more. Like I don't
Yeah.
know him very well. And
Yeah,
I would
shaved
say,
head, fucking
he
full
sometimes
Viking.
I've only met him a few times, and I'm always just like, this dude looks like he's gonna like stab somebody.
Yeah.
You, I've always thought like maybe just because I've known you for a while through like whatever.
yeah, you
and
got
I've
to know me
always-
when I was a kid. I was harmless back then.
Yeah.
Wait for me now, dude. After one summer, poof,
Yeah. Boom.
sledding a couple days.
You're gonna be
Get
huge.
jacked. But yeah, Gimbal, the first year, I don't know exactly, but I felt like he thought he was smaller than me. Because I would like joke with him and he would be like scared. And I was like, dude, you know that you're twice my size. You can kill me in a second, dude.
You could grab my face with your hand and crush it.
Yeah. So like the first year he thought he was smaller than me, and then now he realized that now I don't really have much to do. If
People
we
got
get
to
in
look
trouble.
at you and say, "You got a nice face. Let's keep it that way."
Yeah.
That's what Benji Ritchie told some guy at the bar one time in Garf's. It's my favorite story ever.
No way.
Some guy was just. Have you ever met Benji?
I don't know.
I don't. Okay. Anyways, so
I don't think
Benji's
so.
like really good friends with like Mikey and Arrow and
Yeah.
all the dudes that Ika, that whole wave, Devin. Benji was at the bar in Whistler here, and he was at Garf's, and this like kind of jockey dude kept getting in his way. And Benji is like thick as he's a big, thick dude. Like if he punched you, it would break every bone in your body.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. And this guy kept messing with him, and then at one point Benji just went over and grabbed him, and he said, "You got a nice face. Let's keep it that way."
No way. That's the sickest.
That's the most savage line
That's
ever.
the sickest move. I'm gonna tell Gimby to bring that move out.
Yeah, the
if
gimbal
somebody
god can
fucks
have
it
that
up.
one.
Yeah.
That'll be my trade-off for calling him the gimbal gobble or
Yeah.
whatever.
There we go. You're even. But yeah, we should hit bigger backcountry. But we're
Into
not
April?
free until April. That's
perfect,
when that's
dude.
when our
April
POW season.
to April 15th.
That's our problem. Our POW season starts in April.
Okay,
Because-
perfect, dude. April's always good.
Okay.
2 weeks in April, you're good.
So maybe we
And at
maybe
that
we can
point,
get
sledding's easy as shit, and there's
Yeah.
only good snow in a few locations, and I know all those locations now, not from finding them myself, but from following Mikey Rentz's trails.
sick. Let's
And
do that.
Mark's and Rusty's and Rasman's and everybody else's.
So backcountry April, possibly. We'll see if we can manage to get a setup. Now I've been luckily enough to like getting hooked up by Jamie or like Craig. Thank you guys so much. But
I mean, they
it
have
sucks
the
to
ability.
like borrow people's stuff all the time, you know?
Like Jamie's doing absolutely fine in life, and if she can let you borrow her sled, then kudos to her.
Yeah,
'cause it just,
she did.
Yeah, and she did.
For
And
both
we
of me and
thank
Spenny.
Jamie for that, because
Yeah.
that's what it's about. Like Jamie, a few years ago, we didn't have anywhere to have a New Year's party. Jamie Anderson was like, "I'll have a New Year's party." Me
Hell yeah.
and all my homies go. None of us know Jamie Anderson very well. We went there. We had the best time. What a great host. I'm really hoping 2021 Jamie Anderson has another New Year's party, because that shit was bomb. She didn't care what was happening. People were like popping bottles, hammered. Shit was going off, and she was just sharing the
I
wealth.
want to go there.
I mean,
I'm
she has to
living
be
a
doing well.
chocolate right now.
She's literally won 400 gold medals. I think she's just like, she's gold now. She's like a golden
Yeah.
girl. Jamie,
So I'm just eating a chocolate.
I can't wait to go sledding with you.
What was that butter 180 to drop? You posted the other day.
Yeah, dude, I'll take you there. You can
I'm
do a
scared
way
of that.
better
I
about
don't like the step down stuff as much. I can't do like the big step downs yet. You give me a few more.
it. Dude, we can go out together and I will cater to your every need as long as Gimbal God films a clip of me.
Yes.
Dude,
That's where I'm lucky. People will take us on the crew because they want those follow cams too.
Dude, everybody wants those follow cams. That guy is really. Do you know?
Dude, I'll follow cam you too.
Sick, dude. We can swap off. I can film you. I can't guarantee you I'm gonna get your line.
I'm
an iPhone filmer.
I'm not gimbal god, but I can do pretty decent follow cam.
Do you ride for GoPro?
No.
See, I'm friends with Sage now because Sage just got on K2.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked him if he could give me a GoPro, and he said yes because he's awesome. And he's sending me a GoPro, so I will be well equipped to do the follows.
Hell yeah.
You know, you might even see some. You follow Bo Bishop, my boy Bo. Point of Bo,
Dude.
boys. You know it's gonna be point of Jody. It's just gonna be like way worse. But I'm gonna like try and.
But you should put on your jaw, Jody's jaw. A lot of people ride with the mouth cam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the mouth cam.
That could be Jody's jaw.
I'm gonna do the occasional head thing, but I mean to be honest, the GoPro shots to me they're done so much now from like the point of view, top of the head.
You want the 360 one, not as a 360, but you get a little wider angle.
Yeah, you want the wide angle, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes those GoPro angles get repetitive, but then you watch Dark Matter, the one that Travis was in, and you're like, if you use the GoPro properly,
that's
and
for
on the
sure
right
the 360 one, huh? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, I put one. I stressed a lot to put this thing on my head the other day. We're shooting this hip sunset on top of the mountain, and I was like, oh, I want this shot. Somehow, I click some wrong button, so it chooses to only film from one side of this 360 camera, which was backwards.
Brutal.
And in sunset, I landed my trick like last bit of sunset. Thought it was gonna be sick on the head cam because Benny also did a follow cam, like mix it together.
No.
It's just you just see those two like bunny ears sticking up on my hat.
Were you mad?
I was like, how do they have this?
Dude,
how could I hit that?
That's the fault right there, is that the GoPro should only have one on and off button, and there should be like a crazy noise, like not so like beep beep and beep beep. It should be like blah or something like that for when it's off, and then like when it's on. So like because the amount of times that
so I have a sick clip
the amount of
backwards.
times you're on top of a line and is it on? Is it on? Is it on? Is it off? Is it on? It's like dude, like I just want to grab their GoPro and throw it down the hill. I don't care. Like,
dude,
that feels bad.
It's a love-hate relationship, that thing.
Yeah, it's a love-hate.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the outcomes of the shots are incredible, but sometimes you're just like, dude, take your GoPro and...
Phone's getting pretty good now, too.
I'm just jealous because I don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the phones are getting pretty good. But since I'm getting a GoPro right now, I mean, they don't get better than the GoPro. Thanks, Sage.
Hell yeah.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. I know you got a jet today.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I'm sure everybody's excited to see all your projects and your contest results and you Indiing off cliffs, dude, and riding spine lines with Jeremy Jones. Can't wait for you and Jeremy's new project. Jones and Stale.
Me, Jeremy, and Travis.
Yeah.
Hit me up, boys.
I think those guys might be a little too serious for you guys. Like maybe. I
might be scared of what they're doing. If they want to have like a chill week, let me know.
Yeah, maybe
it'll be gnarly for me, but chill for them.
What if I MC'd while like Travis was riding down? Like if I brought a speaker,
dude, you should
shoved it on a line, and then I MC'd as Travis rode down.
What about natural selection? You should MC.
Dude, there we go. There's my
plug.
Or
you should ride and MC.
Yeah. We got Travis Rice coming in regular. He has a huge backside 180 tail grab. Nice turn, nice turn, nice turn. Backside. Oh, he failed. Travis Rice, he's out.
Shit.
How did I do?
Great.
What do you think that?
You're
I don't know why I put that accent on.
See,
that's why I probably wouldn't get hired, because they'd be like, he's doing such a good job. Oh, don't do the weird British accent. And then I just fucking on NBC, people would be like, damn, dude, you can't do that here.
I'm excited to watch.
Are you in that?
No, I posted this one photo they posted, like, who do you want to see in there? I reposted it on my story and I put this like emoji with a hand up, hoping people would comment my name. I might be scared of doing it, but I'd love to do it at some
Dude, it's
point.
one of those things that would just immediately push you.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't know that you were capable of doing the backside triple. Because maybe you can't back triple in the park anymore, but you got
natural.
it in the POW.
Off a cliff.
Off a cliff, dude. We'll bring you to Hollywood Cliff. It's perfect. It's a nice 30-foot cliff. It's the best one. We go to it every year.
Sick.
There's a small group of people that are probably pissed off that we hit it. I didn't get to hit it this year. I missed it in the sunny stretch. But I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it at some point this year. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll bring you to it one time.
April.
I'm thinking the Cab 9 Taipan might go well on that one for you.
Yes.
All right, my man. Thank you for coming on the show. You're the best. Be awesome, everybody. Peace.
Peace.